The most famous groundhog in the world, Punxsutawney Phil, emerged from his winter slumber this morning in Pennsylvania after, of course, surveying the large crowd on hand. Phil, let it be known.
Glad tidings on this Groundhog Day. An early spring is on the way.
So if Phil's prediction is right, we should see spring-like weather prevail sooner than usual.
Yeah, but Betsy's saying don't buy the hype. More on that in a minute. But not to be outdone, Buckeye Chuck, whose legal name is Murray, also predicted an early spring. So at least we have some consistency. The announcement was made in Marion in front of a crowd gathered there. The other 364 days of the year, Buckeye Chuck resides at the Cleveland Museum of Natural History. And tonight, a little bit later on this broadcast, after 5:30, our Mike Polk Jr. goes one-on-one with Buckeye Chuck. And trust me, you will not want to miss that.
I'm assuming Murray is for Bill Murray?
I would guess. I mean, it seems that that's why they would call him Murray.
He looks like a happy, chunky little fella, though.
They are cute.
They are cute.
Yeah.
And Bets will admit that they're cute.
I think they're adorable.
Yes.
And, you know, they're just out living their best life, doing their little
Are they
groundhog
living their best
things.
life, though, with their, oh, here, tell us what
Well,
it's,
that one's different. I mean, my all-time favorite video on the internet is when Punxsutawney Phil, oh, thank you. Punxsutawney Phil bit the dude in the ear. It's mean of me to say, but I just think it's like Punxsutawney Phil strikes back. You know, it was like, wah, ha, ha.
Yeah.
One of those things.
That was his way of saying there would be 3 more months of winter.
That's it. I know. Please don't judge me based on that.
I do remember that video.
There are probably a lot of people that agree with you. It's all right.
Do you have a weather word for today?
I do, but quickly I want to share a little story with our viewers at home. Today in the newsroom, Kling comes up to me and she's just plays nice. How you doing, Jay? And she's eating apple slices. And I said, oh, Betsy, you bring apple slices to work too? I do that every day. And she goes, they're so good. And she takes another bite. And I go, gosh, I even put them in a bag just like that, a little Ziploc bag. I go back to my desk. My bag full of apple slices, about 12 of them, is down to 2.
Just a few minutes later,
You're mean.
I was eating his apples in front of him.
I love that.
All right, Kling, your weather word today is rodent.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
As a way for you to get that in there.
Well, I thought you were going to still go back to the apples.
I thought it was going to be apples or something crazy like that. I actually just want to let everybody know I have made nice with the groundhogs.
You have?
Yes, I have.
Oh, good.
As a matter of fact, let's see. I have a graphic here. In the olden days of 2018,
yeah. Pre-COVID.
the Kling family road trip to Pennsylvania for a camping trip, and we stopped in Punxsutawney.
Oh, look at that.
And there's Josie and Violet outside of the window where the one and only Punxsutawney Phil was being kept, where he's housed. Okay, there he is. So I'm like, okay, he's pretty cute, right?
Yes.
My kids thought this was hysterical. Now, obviously, you can see I'm in vacation mode, but not exactly enthused. The look on my face. And the girls just thought this was the most wonderful thing. Now, the neat thing about Punxsutawney, it's a beautiful little town. If you've never been there, it is truly a really cool little place. They've got the beautiful courthouse and a big picnic area. You can lunch on the grass. That's what we decided to do. But they also have a weather discovery center. And I was super impressed by this. They actually do a lot to educate the public about the weather, with the little Groundhog Day thing thrown in. So kudos to Punxsutawney. Thanks for all that you do. And yes, Phil, all right, we're cool. But Chuck, well, Chuck's creeping on my territory. So I got to keep an eye on what's going on with Chuck. Now, since 2010, these are Chuck's prognostications. The blue is obviously 6 more weeks of winter. Pink is early spring. And you can see when Chuck misses really bad, okay? So last year he guessed 6 more weeks of winter. We had the 2nd warmest February on record. So we're going to have to wait and see what happens here because, of course, today he did not see a shadow, much like Punxsutawney Phil. And so he's saying early spring. Indications are that we will start to get a little more spring-like over the next couple of weeks, and it all begins to unfold tomorrow. There are some clouds dropping south toward Ohio, but this is where Lake Erie starts to kind of come into play because that north wind will continue to bring in the marine influence off of the lake, and we're probably going to have some fog, especially near the lakeshore. and especially in areas west to begin the day tomorrow. So 8 a.m. we're anticipating some light fog across the area. Temps in the low 20s will warm into the mid 30s by noon. But notice this way, we've got just this low level marine influence. So that's that kind of haze and the thick air that's coming in off of the lake. Meanwhile, farther east and south, beautiful sunshine expected to continue. We will see some breaks in that overcast farther to the west. So, you know, if you're out, I'm trying to figure a way to fix rodent in there, and I really can't. Does that count? Just rodent. Throw it in there. Good enough. Thank you. Here's your Union Home Mortgage forecast. We have mostly sunny skies for Sunday with low 40s. We'll be right around 40 degrees Monday and Tuesday. Clouds start to fill back in on Wednesday. Clouds will be increasing Thursday, and we don't have our next rain chance until Friday of next week. So it's a nice stretch that we're getting into.
Well, it looks like we could have a very early spring with that forecast. A lot of sun and a 55.
Right?
Thank you, Bets.
You bet.